A large amount of information we consume doesn't stick in our memory. Only a tiny fraction survives while the rest fades away, often before you even finish reading. If you rely on passive learning strategies like reading, highlighting, or listening to lectures and podcasts, this guide is tailored for you. Here, we'll explore how active recall can significantly enhance your memory. I'll also share strategies I used to achieve excellent results during my studies. Plus, there's a challenge for you at the end. So stay tuned, take some notes, and prepare to test your learning. Let's meet Alex. Alex is studying for an exam, going through his notes diligently. Different areas of his brain are activated as he reads. His visual cortex helps him process what he sees, while regions like the angular gyrus and fusiform cortex interpret the words. Eventually, this information is passed to the hippocampus, where memories are formed and stored. Just as physical exercise strengthens your muscles, mental exercises can reinforce your memory. But here's the catch. Passive reading won't cut it. Reading notes primarily engages your visual brain, but it doesn't challenge the hippocampus enough to create durable memories. That's why passive methods like rereading are far less effective than active recall. How can Alex strengthen his hippocampus? By stepping away from his notes and testing his ability to recall the material on his own. Each attempt builds stronger connections in his memory. The more he practices, the more resilient his memory becomes. Techniques to apply active recall effectively. 1. Turn notes into questions. Start by learning the material and summarizing key concepts. Then, transform these summaries into questions. Every time you study, try to answer the questions from memory instead of referring back to your notes. If you struggle, review the material and try again. You can also use flashcards with questions on one side and answers on the other. 2. Utilize spaced repetition tools. Apps like Anki are designed for spaced repetition, a method that involves revisiting information at increasing time intervals. This approach helps you retain information over the long term by repeatedly retrieving it at strategic moments. 3. Engage multiple senses. Don't limit your learning to just reading or thinking silently. Alex often explains concepts out loud, writes summaries on a whiteboard, or even pretends to teach a class. Using a variety of sensory inputs ensures the brain processes the information more deeply. 4. Practice with questions. Completing practice questions is a powerful way to activate your memory. This method not only reinforces what you've learned, but also helps you recall information under pressure, simulating real exam conditions. Now it's your turn. Without looking at any notes, try to recall the core methods we discussed. How much do you remember? This exercise will reveal how much more effective active recall is compared to passive learning.